Good morning, campers. It's time for another 2025-2026 reading. So it's a theme this week on my channel. I'm going to be doing these readings for all my collectives. So we're going to be doing your 2025. So you know this is your reading, a bit of a summary energy. So you know this is your collective. And then we're going to be tapping into the energy of 2026 predictions, focusing on guidance rather than actual predictions. If you want to know a little bit more about the why, 1 year is a very long time. I've done a disclaimer with my first video, the one that I did yesterday. It's going to be the previous one, so you can go ahead and watch that in the beginning if you need more information. All right, let's start from what was this year for you, the 2025, so you know this is your reading. And we're going to follow the same structure as yesterday because I kind of enjoy that. So let's see, what was this reading, what was this year for this collective. It's really nice. This is really nice, you guys. We have the Nile at the bottom of the deck. You know, things are always ups and downs, but you have beautiful energy. I mean, look at these cards. Your first card is peace. That's number 2. That's a spirit category. Your first card is peace. That is really beautiful. True peace, you guys. True peace is really difficult to achieve. And I'm going to read this card to you as an education sort of a thing, because true peace, many people think that they have peace, but true peace is really difficult to achieve. It requires healing. It requires self-awareness, right? Peace comes in a state of full release and acceptance. It requires healing, I wrote these cards, so it requires healing, self-awareness, and opening our crown chakra to connect with the wholeness of the universe. Peace brings tranquility, harmony, and more than anything, true freedom. Freedom from conditioning, from our past, from the illusions of the matrix. When we achieve peace, we are brought back to the state of innocence. Our existence is purified, and there is no conflict between our internal and external world. When we are wounded, the shadow of numbness and disconnect can disguise itself as peace. Make sure you are rooted in love, authenticity, and alignment. If you are not at peace with yourself, you are not at peace at all. I feel this collective, you are at peace. Maybe this year was the year that you actually achieved peace, that you actually felt peaceful, that the storm has calmed down, I'm hearing. I'm going to show you all the cards. They're truly beautiful. We have rest. This is number 31, water. We have determination, number 23, and we have transformation, number 5. This is truly wonderful energy. This year would have been for you. Again, there's a reason it was coming to my mind. We have the Nile at the bottom of the deck. Life is life. We go up, we go down. What goes up must go down. You must have had moments of, some sadness, some challenges, but overall, if you would look back at your year, you would have achieved peace. You would have went through an amazing, beautiful transformation. It was a year when I'm hearing dedication. I'm hearing dedication to your path, dedication to yourself, dedication to achieve that peace. And we also have rest. More than anything, with that rest, I am hearing honoring your body, honoring your body. I want to read the last paragraph. I'll read the whole card. Resting puts us in a state of receiving and recalibrating. Our bodies are designed to connect our spirit to both external and internal world. It is through our body that we connect to the voice within our soul. Our body is our sacred vessel and the greatest possession we have in this physical world. Through rest is how we cherish, nourish, and take care of this sacred temple. When we are wounded, We confuse resting with being lazy. We are so attached to the physical world and its distorted programming that we associate lack of physical movement with laziness. Remember, without rest, we are not able to connect deeply to our body. Pushing and disrespecting our body is disrespecting our divinity in life itself. I feel this collective, what I was hearing, that this year 2025 you've released fully this programming, right? There's this programming within us that constantly tell us what the card said, that if you're not doing something, if you're not moving, if you're not getting up at 5 in the morning and freaking working in the mine, it's because you're lazy, right? It is not true. It is not true. And it's a programming of a matrix to exhaust us, because the more our bodies are exhausted, the more we don't listen to our body, the more we allow them to run on autopilot, the less we're connected in. I feel this would be something that this collective you learned this year, that when your body calls for rest, you rest. When your body calls for relaxation, rejuvenation, you give it to your body. Listen to your body. I'm hearing also maybe in terms of food, so maybe you learn to really like not follow again those ridiculous rules like don't eat after 6, like you have to eat breakfast. It's all nonsense. It's all nonsense. Our bodies are magical machines, and if we are in touch with our bodies, they will tell you exactly what you need. Exactly what you need. Beautiful. Let's go on. Let's do some tarot on top of that. I'm loving this. I feel like it's going to be a beautiful re-encouragement reading. Ho ho! Yes, Queen! All right. All right, that's a beautiful card. It's a beautiful card. Hold on. I wanted to grab a booklet. I was guided to grab a booklet because Eight of Cups is usually, well, I wouldn't know because it's the first time I'm going to be reading this Eight of Cups, but it doesn't feel like it has the same energy that usually the Eight of Cups has. It's very magical. It's very magical, and this deck is very positive, and sometimes it's certain cards have a different outlook. So I want to read this through. If we keep the door open to dreams, the right one will come for us, and the one we should pursue. The right one will come for us, the one we should pursue. And this is where we encounter the Eight of Cups. A figure is moving away from a safe place with her treasured 8 cups to embark on a life-changing and adventurous journey. This is the card of necessary change, sometimes propelling us towards something wild and unknown. It urges us to abandon certainty so we can open ourselves to possibility. It is the drive that comes from the quest and from what moves us in the moment. It is the decision we have made and desire to take the path less traveled. A star will guide us if we listen to our intuition and our heart. That's very beautiful because normally Eight of Cups also, it is walking away, it is embarking on a new water sort of energy, but it does carry a little bit of energy of pain and of difficulties and of struggle, whereas this Eight of Cups is purely magical. It's just coming out of your comfort zone in a truly magical way, and that's on top of that transformation. I feel this year, maybe you feel like you fully got out of your comfort zone. Like maybe you've done certain things that you never thought that you would do, some experiences. I don't know why they're showing me, maybe you went on a course or on a training, whether you were trained to become that teacher or you had that experience, something related to connecting to your body. I'm hearing different things like, womb massages, Kundalini yoga, so very different tantrics experiences, very different things I'm hearing. But maybe you, I feel like for this collective, that year changed something for how you see your body, how you feel in your body, how you connect to your body, how you listen to your body. And we have 2 8s, and it's funny because I'm now remembering that the last reading for this collective, we also had 2 8s. Maybe that's important. So either it's 8th of the 8th, it's important, August, or maybe you ruled by number 8, or what's also coming to my mind is that maybe this is where, sorry, this is where you actually tapping into your full abundant potential. All right, I feel like you are now sitting, it's like you're sitting on your throne, okay? Last year for the first time, you would really feel at peace. Maybe things are not yet fully perfect, but this is it. You learned that life is not about perfection. It's not about waiting for that perfect moment, waiting when everything is in line, right? It's about us. You are at peace. You feel perfect. You feel perfect in your body. You would feel empowered as well. With that King of Pentacles, this is this energy of you really think you have it all right now, but in a beautiful way, not in this way like, oh, I have this big house and I have this big car, right? It's like I have everything that I need, but in a very humble way, because the King of Pentacles, especially in this deck, it's also about generosity. It's also about humbleness. It's this wise king. It's this wise person that I was given so much, but I am so grateful that I will give back. I will dedicate the rest of my days to give back to people, to help them to find a way. Maybe you are a healer, maybe you are a light worker, right? And it's because it's on top of rest. I'm hearing that maybe this year, you learn that actually when we push and when we stretch our body, like the card said, right? And we push and we push and we have like 3 freaking jobs, we're not fulfilled, we're achieving nothing, we're learning nothing. But when we allow ourselves to be guided, when we approach our mission and our job with dedication and with focus, when we honor our body and our cycles, whether that's, if you're a man, it's going to be your daily cycles. If you're a woman, it's going to be your monthly cycle, but you honor that cycle. You allow your body to regenerate. You actually achieve more. You actually thrive more. There is a little bit, I'm hearing stubbornness. I'm hearing stubbornness. Maybe it is a little bit of shadow of yours, that hyperachiever, that boom, 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 I want it all, I want it now, let's go, let's do it. So that's something that maybe you struggled with that last year. I feel like this is already closed, but it would have been your past struggle. It would have been that you didn't see things properly. Maybe you also overcome your stubbornness. Stubbornness is a difficult shadow, you guys, because when we're truly stubborn, we're not open-minded. We close ourselves to new ideas, to new possibilities. So maybe in the past you were quite stubborn person. I feel like you entered a completely new waters, this collective, this year. Like you've entered new territory, I'm hearing. And the magic of this world, it helped you to remove that stubbornness, because there's so much of undiscovered territories that we know nothing about. It's like the more we learn, the more we realize we know nothing, that kind of an energy. It's like you remove that blindfold. I'm also hearing, which is beautiful, a removed spiritual ego. Or removing, stern process. They're correcting me, but it's good. Okay, let's do 4 of these. But you found, with having this Hierophant and King of Pentacles, you found your stability. You found your place in life, not in a physical place, right? But you found the anchor, that peace, that castle of yours. Seek your purpose, number 47. Activation, beautiful, 46. Father wound. Father wound is actually something that really fuels that stubbornness. We're going to read through this card. One more. Be authentic, be seen. I am literally, you guys, seeing this liberation. Someone that, it's like they're showing me someone with robes around you. It's like boof, like finally freedom. Finally freedom. Maybe there was still something that you were shackled to, and you feel like this year you finally liberated yourself from it, certain shadows, maybe it is also linking to that father wound. You know, sometimes these core wounds that we all carry. I don't care what anyone says. For some of us, it's always a spectrum. So some wounds are bigger within some of us, and some are bigger with others. But father wound, mother wound, abandonment wound, rejection wound, betrayal, sister wound. We all carry healer wound. We all carry these wounds, right? So I don't think like last year is when you discovered that you had a father wound and you started healing that father wound. I feel like I'm hearing that this collective, you would have been healing this father wound for quite a while, but it's last year. I'm hearing that something happened. Something happened. Something related to this magical world, opening your mind to maybe a healer. Maybe you had a reading done for that father wound, or to connect to the spirit of if you're, there's a reason it came to my mind, the spirit. So maybe your father passed away. But it's like something happened that really helped you to really remove that wound. Understand it, wound deeper. I want to read this card. Father wound comes from lack of healthy masculine energy model, usually embodied by a father or a male caregiver. This wound can create hyperachiever syndrome. Yes, we said this. Difficulty trusting authorities, self-doubt, and fear of failure and abandonment. You are being called to examine this wound within you. You've done this already. Start from delving into relationship with your father or male characters in your life. What was the quality of their masculine energy? Security, stability, present, compassionate, loyal, honest. Okay. This is what I'm hearing. So it's definitely something, that father wound that's given you, the hyperachiever. There's a thing that's coming to my mind, and I oftentimes remind this to you guys, but I'm guided to remind this to this collective as well. When we say that you had a father wound, it doesn't mean your father was a horrible person. Similarly with mother wound, there are so many fathers and mothers that are wounded and distorted, but it doesn't mean that they're abandon you, that they're mean, that they're aggressive, right? In this very graphic sort of movies kind of way. Sometimes we have parents who themselves lack directions, who themselves lack self-esteem. They're doormats to others. They're emotionally unstable, right? They don't know how to give us that security. Even if they are around, they don't have the strength to stand there for us, and we feel abandoned, right? Abandonment is not only physical abandonment, it's energetical abandonment, emotional when I needed you, you weren't my rock, right? There's a reason it's coming to my mind. I'm not feeling, for this collective, I'm really not sensing this energy that you had a father that maybe was a dog or like super abusive. I feel like it was a good person. I don't know why I'm feeling like this quite feminine father, the feminine energy. So men who would rule with his wounded feminine energy. So maybe emotional, maybe quite soft, maybe not really in his true masculine energy, which couldn't provide that stability, security within you. I feel like you've managed to understand that wound on a deeper level last year, and also heal that wound to a level that you didn't maybe think before that you could heal. We have seek your purpose and we have activation. I feel like this was your year of truly discovering your purpose. And remember, discovering your purpose is also, there's a reason it's coming to my mind, because I don't feel like this collective, you're new at this journey, right? So I feel like you may have known your purpose overall for many, many years, but I feel this was a year of going deeper, going deeper, really like getting in there. Do you know what I mean? It would make sense for the right collective. It's not like discovering new gifts and right. It's like, I knew this, but man, it hits hard this year. Like I knew my purpose, but how I felt it this year. Like I knew I had the father wound. I knew I sort of healed that, but man, it's like feeling those emotions, those to a very core, to every something within you was activated. I am feeling also, that maybe you struggled for some time. That's because of that hyperachiever and a bit of that stubbornness that you would be like, bum, 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 go, 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 right? Because you wanted to like really show that you can make it, right? And this year, it's like you relaxed, you focus more on you, on that peace, and suddenly things fell into place. Some sort of a major spiritual upgrades, and we have be authentic and be seen. This is that transformation. I feel this collective, you've been on a journey quite a while of purpose, of path, of self-discovery, of healing, but this year again, it hit you hard. Magical year. You would feel like you've never been so authentic, you've never been so you've never been so. You know how I always say to you guys that on this journey it's not about, what's the word, there's a card in this, belonging, right? We seek for that sense of belonging, and without us knowing, the only place that we belong is in our body, in ourselves, right? I feel again this deep connection to your body, deep connection to not just in your body and like loving your body, but receiving information from your body, activation of your body, feeling certain, maybe trauma release as well. I'm hearing maybe that's related to that thing that I was hearing, that you went through this process. Maybe you went on either a training or you went to a healer that helped you release certain traumas from our body, certain, sometimes healing on a mental level, spiritual level. It's very important, but sometimes as we integrate that process of healing, we need to release that trauma from our body as well. This is where we purge. This is when we sometimes, after those sessions, feel physical symptoms, right? So maybe you had a huge release, right? Beautiful energy. I can almost feel it in my body. It's like this shiver. You would be so light. So, do you know what I mean? Ooh, I'm loving it. Like very light, light density. Do you know what I mean? Let's see. Let's do 4 of these. Woo! Yeah. I'm guided to read through this. So we shall, but hold on, one more. I don't know why I just saw this. I said we shall, and I'm in the shawl for you. You know, like those ladies at the beach that they sell like shawls and robes. Maybe you went on vacation and you got one of these. It just came to my mind, you guys. The process is crazy, okay? Bear with me. All right. We have air energy, we have fire energy. I'm hearing Libra, but overall air energy. We have hawk, we have the bee, we have the camel, and we have golden egg. We're gonna go through all of these and I'll walk you through it, but I really wanna read through the bee, because the bee landed on that, remember, on that resting, on that filling into your body, allowing your body to rest, understanding that the less you stretch and push your body, the more you can actually achieve that. So I want to read through this because bee is hard worker, but I think you are still that hard worker. It's just that you shifted your perspective, and that's also with that hawk, right? Okay, hardworking, democratic, earnest. The bee personality is a delight to be around. Maybe you're very funny, it's like you are that delight to be around. It's like you make people smile, you make people feel better about their day, especially when there's a team project on the horizon. I would feel like this collective, you are like, rolling up your sleeves and ready, let's go, let's do this, right? Bees love to work steadily and thoroughly until the final task is complete. They are sensitive creatures, aware of many subtleties at once. Since they are artists at heart, they usually add creative details to the overall vision. Maybe you are that person that you like to have everything pretty, not just to cook dinner, but to make it look pretty, to serve it in a nice plate, not just, finish a project, but those finishing touches, For the most part, they have boosting jealous personalities until they're tired from all the work. Joyous, sorry, it wasn't like making sense, but I don't know how to read. For the most part, they have boosting joyous personalities until they're too tired from all the work. Then they gripe and they sting. I feel like this is something that you've learned, that you were pushing yourself, and all your life maybe you thought you were a hard worker, that people work hard, they have to have 2 jobs, 3 jobs, work on a weekend, clean on a weekend, never rest, never be on a sofa. And I feel like you've been learning this for many years, but this year it would have finally effing hit. Relax. We're not slaves here. We're being told that we are, right? We're being programmed to be, but we're not. We're here to enjoy life, right? So you're learning to rest, not to sting, not to get agitated, not to get that burnout, not to get frustrated, which is really, really, truly beautiful. I feel like, what else am I hearing? I have a lot of random thoughts, so bear with me. With that hawk, it is about a shifting perspective, seeing things from different perspective. I feel like this year opened your mind. It's not like you were closed-minded, right? Again, I'm going to highlight this once again. Everything that I'm saying, it's not like it's new for you. It's not like it's a new, completely new concept. It's another rodeo. But this year, certain things hit harder, deeper, to the very core, right? You understand better what's your purpose in this world. You have now the capacity to really look from different angles, to really understand. It's like you've risen your level of consciousness this year. You've transformed your heart as well. Maybe there were still some grievances that you were working on. It's like this authenticity you carry, it now goes from the heart and it literally glows. I wouldn't be surprised if you was one of those people that you enter the room and people already feel your energy. People already know. Maybe they even gravitate towards you, what's the saying? Like a bee to honey. Maybe you like honey. I don't know why I just saw those jars that's like ceramic white jars with little bees on them. Maybe you have one of those in the kitchen. And the last thing that I want to be, Camel is about journey, is about pilgrimage, is about perseverance, is about understanding that all you have within. And I'm linking this to this father wound, right? So maybe you were very determined on this journey, but to heal certain wounds, but you weren't getting certain things right. And it would have been a pilgrimage for you to go for the, maybe your relationship with your father was always very important to you, and you couldn't get that wound really right, really deep, to really connect back to the energy of your father. And I feel like you would have achieved that this year. It's like you understood that he has given you, as all parents always, you guys, they give us the maximum of what they have, maximum of their capacity. Some people, they don't give much, not because they don't have much, they just don't know how, right? He had his own wound. It's like you saw him from a different perspective as well, of a soul, of a wounded person, not just a father that was supposed to protect you and be there for you, right? There's many ways we fulfill our karmic contracts. 61, number 10. I've given you all the numbers. I feel like 10 and 8 is going to be important. So maybe you were born in August or in October. 10th is October, right? October. Or it's also the energy of completion, abundance. Really nice. Really nice. All right. Let's go. Let's go for what the next year will bring. I'm excited for this collective. I'm excited. All right, we're gonna start from 2 oracle decks that I have, and then we're gonna do exact same ones, but for the next year. And I also want to do at the end real quick energy for January. I've explained this in